And good evening, fans. Welcome to the Off the Wall Soccer Complex here in Omaha, Nebraska for what we think will be a very entertaining major Arena Soccer League 2 showdown, Midwestern Division style, as the Omaha Kings get ready to host the Colorado Inferno. Great to have you along. Looks like we've got another bumper crowd on hand here at Off the Wall, which is exciting for the Kings as they get ready to look for a fourth win of the season. They have gotten off to a very good start, and they will play 2 more games at home this year in the regular season. Actually 3, but 2 coming up, and then we'll finish the regular season with 4 of 5 on the road. So Omaha really wants to bank as many wins as they can right now and see perhaps if they can chase down the Wichita Wings in that Midwest Division. And the Wings are playing tonight in Wichita. We will keep you up to date on that game. They're getting a dandy test from the New Mexico Runners, and New Mexico actually leads that game in the fourth quarter 7-6, but Wichita with a lot of firepower to be sure. And so we'll see how that turns out. We'll keep a close eye on that one for Kings fans. As I said, really it's exciting for Omaha, because if the Kings win and Wichita in fact gets defeated by New Mexico, who's looking for their first win of the year, so that would be a big upset, but it would mean that the Kings could move into a tie for first place. So that is something that we will keep an eye on as the evening progresses here. But for now, we'll get ready for some indoor soccer from Omaha with the 3-1 Omaha Kings against the 0-2 Colorado Inferno. Some of the names to keep an eye on, if you will, here. this evening. There's a lot of talent out on the floor. There are certainly some category leaders in terms of stats that we'll talk about, and the first one that is high on that list is Omaha's Murillo Cerulli. He actually comes into this game tonight as the leading points getter in all of M2 action. He wears number 5, and he comes in with 13 points on the season, 5 goals and 8 assists, and that by far and away is the leader for the Omaha Kings and the leader for the entire Major Arena Soccer League 2 so far here on this young season, but not actually the leading goal scorer as we are underway. Omaha in their home dark black uniforms with the teal accents, and Colorado, of course, with the road whites on as they try and push forward here early on. Shot off the near wall, and they have some tough numbers to see with kind of a white numeral on a white jersey with a black outline, but we'll do our best to tell you who they are. We can tell you that Colorado's leading scorer is Armando Gonzalez coming in. As we said, the Inferno just 2 games played, and they are 0-2. Gonzalez with 2 goals and 3 assists on the season for 5 points. Francisco Rivas is really their star, and he is one of the all-time greats in M2 play. In fact, I'll double check, but I think this is actually his 6th season now in the M2 game, and he is a tremendous goal scorer. There's a mistake and a goal. And just like that, the Inferno have taken a lead. Efren Flores getting the starting goal for Omaha this afternoon, and he just coughed that one up. And out of nothing, the Inferno have the early 1-0 advantage. Rivas on the year, by the way, with a couple of goals already. One of the all-time leading goal scorers in M2 history, all with Colorado. That is Morgan Penn, who drives it into the Colorado end of the field. Penn was questionable for this game, but is able to suit out and gut it up as Leo Mejia picks it up at the midfield line. Into the Colorado end of the field. Deep into the left corner now. Pressure there by Cerulli, number 5. Cerulli with it near the midfield line. He'll play it back to Penn. Penn being chased by Torres. And now back to David Rojas. Omaha trying to build forward again here. Ball off the board, still loose in front, and a good chance for the Kings. Their best opportunity early, but no one able to park themselves far post to get the easy redirect, but the Kings will control here. This is Suarez. His inlet pass is denied. Chase along the boards here. And the Kings will keep possession. Just underway. First couple of minutes of play here. In goal for Colorado is a familiar face to indoor soccer fans, and now here's an opportunity again as Casey Gasson came off his line there just a moment ago. Gasson, of course, played the last couple of years with the New Mexico Runners, as that ball is played by Rojas back to Flores, and that's a easy play, and now a breakout for Suarez. Suarez gives it over to Penn. Penn trying to create an opportunity, needs a line change for his club, and waits and finally gets it over to a teammate as the fresh legs finally come for Omaha. Cerulli holds it up. That is Jeff Sumali with it. And there's a shot and a goal. So Omaha gets an equalizer, beating Casey Gasson. We'll check and see the goal scorer on that one, but it's a 1-1 tie. As Omaha has an answer here, less than 5 minutes into the first. This could be a high-scoring affair, no question about it. Last time, or earlier this season, when Omaha was home, they and the New Mexico Runners put up 25 goals between them, and Omaha pulling it out late to win that one 13-12. Very exciting action at Off the Wall Sports. Inferno will keep possession there. Now a steal and a chance the other way for Omaha. Sharp angle shot. Gasson makes a good save there. Rebound loose in front. Gasson will cover up. So it was Francisco Rivas who had that steal off the foot of Efren Flores in the first couple of minutes to give Colorado a 1-0 lead, and then Leo Mejia with the counter for Omaha just about 2 minutes and 20 seconds after the Rivas goal. So that's how we are at 1-1 here. Gasson again being tested in front, swing and a miss from close range, and Casey, Crazy Casey they call him, scoops it up. Played, as we said, with the New Mexico Runners the last couple of years, and I guess you can say it was traded over, but really was from New Mexico and signed by the Inferno because Casey moved to Colorado Springs recently, where his fiancee lives, and so certainly made sense to have the Inferno sign him. Cerulli now at the top of the arc. Down low, there's a shot that will go off the mark and out of play. So first good restart set piece opportunity for either team, and the Kings unable to cash there. So Gasson, a very nice addition for the Inferno. Played 10 games for the Kansas City Comets back a few years ago in M1 action. So, he's been tested, and we'll talk a little more about the Comets in just a couple of minutes because they are getting ready for a huge game a week from tonight down in Kansas City, and a very special game at that we will tell you about in a moment. Omaha with possession now. This is Christian Sanchez with it. Loses it. Colorado trying to pick it up near the half line. And there's a shot that goes well off the mark. Expect to see plenty of offense tonight. These two teams not afraid to tee it up and let it fly from just about anywhere on the floor. There's a whistle and a foul against the Inferno on the takedown there as Stacey, where's number 26, commits the foul. Guess I'm gonna come out and check on his fallen mate for a moment. So we mentioned that Omaha, or rather Wichita, was trailing 7-6. Last report we had in the fourth quarter from Hartman Arena. We'll get an update on that for you shortly. 3 other games in the M2 sphere this evening as Colorado tries to push forward here. Pedro Augusto with a steal, but stolen right back by the Inferno. Now here's a break-in on goal. Good defensive play there and help from Pedro Augusto, among others, to break up that opportunity. Here comes Cerulli with it. Cerulli, the league leader in points with 13. The Cleveland Crunch opened their M2 home season tonight. Of course, Cleveland, the defending M2 champs, and they did it in style. And there's a long shot and a goal. See if it belongs to Augusto. It was redirected in front. Pedro took the shot initially, and the Kings take a 2-1 lead. Might have been redirected in there. Some traffic in front of Gasson, and so we'll wait to see the official call on that goal, but nonetheless Omaha takes it 2-1. Just to finish the thought there from Cleveland, the Crunch defeating the Muskegon Risers tonight 10-5, so Cleveland off to a 2-0 start in defense of their M2 championship that they won in Wichita over the Wings this past summer. And they look to be a very tough side again here in 21-22. Of course, every M2 team will play a dozen regular season games, and then the playoffs will follow. Here's a counter opportunity now for Colorado. In over the yellow line, that shot goes over the head of Efren Flores and out of play. So yeah, they'll say it was Andy Rodriguez who got the goal on the deflection in front, and so that puts Omaha up 2-1, and we've got our first time out of the ball game as we take a look at that first goal by Francisco Rivas. He's scored a lot in his career, and none have been much easier than that. But then here's Mejia's finish from the top of the arc, clean strike, and Gasson really did not have much of a chance on that one. And then Andy Rodriguez, as we said, right where he should be, cruising in front. I think Gasson got a piece of it, but Rodriguez was able to get enough of it to direct it to the back of the net, and that's where we stand midway through the first quarter. 2-1 our score for the Omaha Kings. Kings will be in action at home again on January 30th. That's a 3 o'clock start against Amarillo, who is off to a 2-2 start, so that should be a good one. And if you've made a promise to yourself to at least get out maybe to see one Omaha Kings game in person, and we'd love it if you came out for more, but at least one, then you might want to do it on Sunday, February 6th. It'll be a 3 o'clock Central start here at the Off the Wall complex because the Wichita Wings will be in town, the team that everyone loves to hate in M2. And Kings fans will get a chance to show their support for the Kings and their dislike, we'll say, of the Wings. And Cerulli gets another opportunity at the top of the arc. Instead, it's a shot and a goal. And Cerulli left it for one of his teammates, and the Kings are back on the board now and have stretched the lead to 3-1. And that looks like Manny Lira coming there to take the shot and blast it past Gasson, and Omaha is opened a 3-1 lead. So Wichita in town just to finish that thought on Sunday, February 6th, a 3 o'clock start Central Time here at the Off the Wall Sports Complex, and we hope you'll come out for that one and enjoy a great afternoon of professional indoor soccer. And that could be a huge game, potentially for first place in the Midwest Division. We'll have to see. And the remaining game on the home schedule, at least for Omaha, doesn't come until all the way into March, on Friday, March 25th, when the same Colorado Inferno team will be in town to take on the Kings. And Omaha will actually finish the season with return trip to Colorado and then a quick trip to Amarillo. That's 3 games in 3 days to end the season. March 25th at home and then on the road against Colorado and then Amarillo to finish out the year. That's kind of reminiscent of the old National Professional Soccer League where teams used to have to play 3 times in 3 nights or 3 days on the weekend. That was not uncommon, and the Kings will have to do that at the end of this season. But we're a ways from that. Plenty of soccer to go tonight and more home games to come as Augusto got a leg in there to stop that Colorado penetration just for a moment. One other game going tonight is Kings again with a chance in front and a turn. Now there's a long distance try by Mario Bueso, and that never got through as Bueso had thoughts of making it 4-1. The RGV Barracudas back in action now at the M2 level. They've played both at the M2 level and at the Major Arena Soccer League level as well. And RGV, as Gasson is shaken up. No blue card that we've seen, at least. RGV and Amarillo were teeing it up down in Brownsville tonight, and in the second half, RGV, again last week checked, had a 6-4 lead in that one. So great to have the Barracudas back. Still last we know from Wichita, and I don't know if that's gone final yet, but it was still 7-6. Wings leading New Mexico, and I think that has gone final. So if that's the case, the Wings have seen their unbeaten start go by the boards, and Omaha with a win tonight can move into a tie for first place as that one is sent halfway to Topeka. So a big win tonight for the New Mexico Runners. Outshot in that game by Wichita, 42-29, as Gasson scoops up that loose ball. But the New Mexico Runners, who have been getting better and better, and congratulations to Andres Trujillo and the gang out in New Mexico, one of my favorite owners out there, along with Manny and Natalie here in Omaha, to a huge win for New Mexico. Here's a chance for Colorado, turn at the top of the arc, but nobody there for the Inferno to try and cut into this early Omaha lead. So what a night for the New Mexico Runners, and a huge win, 7-6 over Wichita. In Wichita, no less. Did not see that one coming. And the really spread attack, if you will, for New Mexico in that game. 7 different goal scorers. So good for the Runners. Whistle and a foul, and this will be a dangerous restart opportunity for Omaha. Actually, I should say Wichita had 7 different goal scorers. Foley and Ramirez had the hat trick for the Runners to lead the way. Irshad Ahmadi had a couple, so good for the Runners. And there's a shot and a goal as Christian Sanchez buries one in the top corner. Boy, what a great strike by Sanchez. Crowd loves that. He'll celebrate with the standing room only throng on the far sideline. We'll take another look, just an easy touch, and boy, that's a great strike by Sanchez. Couldn't have been prettier. And on the restart, second set piece goal of the first quarter for Omaha, and they lead it 4-1. Really nice work there by the Kings. A very simple touch to Sanchez, and he is able to bury it with no problem. So Casey Gasson really seen a lot of shots here in this first quarter. New Mexico now, or rather Colorado with a chance in front. There's a shot. That one hit the post, I think. Maybe Flores got a piece of it, and on the rebound, goes out of play. So Colorado rather, with its best offensive flurry here in quite some time. And by the way, it was Cerulli who got the assist on that restart goal by Sanchez. So Cerulli has 14 points now on the year, and we've got our first penalty of the game coming up. A blue card is out, and New Mexico will get a power play opportunity here. Inside, just around 3 minutes to go here. That's Armando Gonzalez on the near boards here. He's going to take the pass. See if Colorado can get something down low and get one by Flores here. They need to stem the tide just a little bit after getting the first one. There's a shot and a goal from a very sharp angle. They're going to say, I believe it went in. The Kings are going to contest it, but I don't think there's any doubt that one will count. We'll take a look at the replay, and it looked like it hit underneath the crossbar and down and in, just over the goal line on the far side. And the Kings don't believe it, but I think the Inferno will in fact get credit for the power play goal. Didn't see who the striker was there from deep in the right corner. Very sharp angle, but that's what you want to do, just roof it. And Flores really did not have much of a chance on that power play goal by the Inferno. So it's 4-2. We said be lots of goals here tonight, and these two teams aren't disappointing. Here's the Inferno on a counter again, taken down. Now it's Perez who tries to set up one of his line mates in front, and Flores finally able to corral the loose ball, but a foul was called and actually may have gone out of play, so it'll be a corner kick here for Colorado. They send it to the top of the arc, blocked. See if we can pick up that last goal scorer for you for the Inferno. As we said, it was a tough angle, and it was Marcus Jordan who got the goal. His first of the game. Armando Gonzalez picking up the assist. So 4-2 with just a couple of minutes left here in the quarter. Entertaining first 15 minutes, and we would have expected nothing else from these two teams. Omaha plays a very entertaining brand of soccer, physical, aggressive, offensive, in a good way. Don't mean it's offensive, it's good offense. How's that? So hope you get a chance to get out and perhaps see them play. There's a shot, good save by Flores on the short side as Perez again set up one of his wingers, and Flores had to make his best save of the first quarter to keep it a 4-2 game. Great to have you along. M2 Soccer tonight here from Off the Wall Sports in Omaha. Get a chance to thank some of our sponsors here in just a minute as Perez keeps it alive. Sanchez, one of the goal scorers, able to knock it out of harm's way as we get ready for the final minute. Here in Omaha. Of course, the official main club sponsor are our friends over at Catch Intelligence. Lead by knowing. Manelli Mechanical, also many thanks to them as the official jersey sleeve sponsor of the Omaha Kings, Omaha's leading mechanical contracting firm. This is Cerulli waiting for some help. Leaves it now for Andy Rodriguez. Omaha will push at least one more time into the offensive third here, looking for a late goal after scoring 4 unanswered, but having that streak interrupted. There's a shot, Gasson with a good save on the run there. Couple of set-piece goals are the difference so far here in the first quarter. There's a whistle on a foul as Mejia was interfered with. No blue card, though. Of course, the power play came to an end after the goal. Just like hockey. A lot of hockey in this game. A lot of basketball skills. And again, a restart. This one from the yellow line. Still dangerous, that's for sure. There's the long try by Lira, but that never got through. Dying seconds now here of the first quarter. 4-2 Omaha. Looking for a late one. There's a shot and didn't quite get through to Gasson with much mustard on it as Perez takes a late whack at it. Still an opportunity perhaps for Colorado to get one last chance, but it's cleared out of there by the Kings. Right back into the right corner. Perez trying to track it down. Trying to set up another teammate. Go to the top of the arc, and time will wind down here in the first quarter, and that will be the first 15 minutes. But a very entertaining first 15 minutes it was, and the Kings come out with a 4-2 lead. Want to tell you a little bit more about Catch Intelligence. As we said, lead by knowing. Omaha's leading data analytics software company is Catch Intelligence. Catch Intelligence focuses on providing leading methodologies and practices in business intelligence, data analytics, data management, and data science, while serving private and public sector organizations nationwide. The partnership that you make with Catch Intelligence will consist of joint ventures on community projects through the aim of encouraging the area's youth to understand the power of teamwork, just like the Omaha Kings. Get more information at catchintelligence.com. Catch Intelligence, lead by knowing, as we take a look at some of the first quarter highlights. As we said, a very entertaining 15 minutes of soccer. The Kings getting a couple of goals off set pieces, which can be so very important in this sport, and something that if you're good on set pieces, if you're good on restart opportunities, you're going to win a lot of indoor soccer games, no question about that. And Omaha able to convert a couple of those opportunities. But Colorado started the scoring and ended the scoring, so in between it was a 4-goal Omaha sandwich. Francisco Rivas getting the Inferno on top, and then Mejia, Rodriguez, Lira, and Sanchez all converting for the Kings, and Marcus Jordan was able to bring Colorado to within a couple with just over 2 minutes to play in that quarter. So expect more excitement here in the second. Here's an opportunity perhaps for Colorado to make a counter, broken up by Omaha, and they'll have a 4-on-2 opportunity. Here's a pass to the right wing. Chance in front, never got through. Good defensive play by the Inferno there to snuff out that opportunity, but a shot was out of play, so it'll be a restart from the far side for Omaha. Here's a chance, top of the arc, goal! Yep, we have it. I think that might have been Cerulli sneaking up from his defensive spot, and if it was, it's his 6th of the year. And we will wait for the official scoring on that one, but that was trouble right from the start from the Inferno. The Kings had numbers, started out as a 4-on-2 and went out of play, but a quick restart by the Kings, and Colorado just not really ever able to get their defensive formation together, and Omaha, as a good team should, took advantage. Another counter opportunity now for the Kings. Into the corner in the front, and that one just missed off the foot of Manny Lira. Lira, nice little back heel to Cerulli, and Morello just misses. Keeps it alive, comes in front, still loose. There's a shot and a goal. Boy, the Kings just have the Inferno in all kinds of trouble in the defensive end right now. may have been Say on the goal, but it's 6-2, and Colorado may, I think, want a timeout, and they will get one here. As Omaha has come out and dominated here in the second half, so it is Cerulli that got the fifth, and actually that was Mario Boiso who snuck up there. Cerulli got the assist, so it's already a 3-point night for Cerulli, who's the leading point getter in the league coming in tonight, so he's just padding those stats, although Mike Dorezic of Cleveland had himself a game, had 5 goals in the first half in that crunch win over Muskegon in Cleveland tonight, so Cerulli still a couple of points away from that, but up to 16 now on the season with 6 goals and 10 assists. So he is leading both the total points category and the assist category for the entire MASL. Pretty heady company for the Wings, who lost one of their really good players, and Ali Sodal, to the Kansas City Comets in the offseason. Said we'll tell you a little bit about that in a minute, but we've got a blue card coming up here, and this one may be against Omaha as well. Gives us a chance to tell you about Manili Mechanical, Omaha's leading mechanical contractors, full-service mechanical contracting firm specializing in the commercial design, construction, and maintenance of some of Nebraska and Iowa's finest buildings. You can find them at ManelliMechanical.com, and thank them for their support of Omaha Kings soccer here in 2021-22. Marcus Jordan getting a little explanation there from the officials, as is Cerulli. Omaha will send out some fresh legs, and Cerulli and Sanchez, and now Pedro Augusto, number 6, comes off the bench as well. So both teams trying to decide who they want out there at the moment, with Omaha getting 5 of the last 6 goals in this game to lead it by a score of 6-2. Second power play of the night for Colorado, so this will be a good second power play of the game. And it is the second one for, well, actually they called penalties both ways, it looks like now. That's why we've had a bit of a delay. 2 different players going to the box. So for Omaha, it's Andy Rodriguez and Jorge Velasquez getting the gate for the Inferno, apparently. So we're still trying to sort it all out, but it looks like pushing the call against Rodriguez, unsportsmanlike against Velasquez, as they tangled there right before the whistle, and referees decided to calm things down there. So teams will play 4-a-side, which means even more space and very often more scoring opportunities here. Dangerous moment for Kings fans, as Colorado will get a restart inside the yellow line here. You can only play with a 2-man wall since you're already a man down. There's a ball in front, and I think Flores got a piece originally and then makes a great save to cover up. So Efrain Flores looking sharp here early on in this one. Four on 4, as we said. There's a ball by Morgan Penn that deflects out of play, and so it'll be a corner kick here for the Kings. So a dangerous moment offensively now for Omaha. Cerulli out there, and it'll be Murillo to chip it far post. And there's a volley try that never gets through, but the Kings will keep possession now. Top of the arc, laid off nicely to Cerulli on the right wing. He'll take a look. We're playing 4-a-side, 2 in the box, 1 each way. So that's why it may look even a little more wide open than it is. Here's a ball ahead of the field to Perez, but Frankie unable to collect, and otherwise he might have had a very good scoring opportunity. Inferno would love to get the next one here. They want to keep the Kings within some striking distance. Manuel Lira out there now, some fresh legs for Omaha. In the indoor game, you don't play very much more than a 45-minute, maybe a 60-second shift, if that. And if you're out there for much longer than that, the legs can get pretty heavy pretty quickly, as you can tell the speed of the game and the physicality of the game much different than the outdoor brand. Lots of excitement, human pinball they call it, and you can see why here tonight at the Off the Wall complex. There's a long try by Christian Sanchez, who has one of the goals. Rebound in front, header try, and that was a good idea, but a good play by Gasson as he stops Cerule's bid. Power plays will be over here shortly, and the teams will, of course, go back to five-a-side. Looking to settle along the near boards here, and Omaha going to try and come out of there with it, and the Kings do. Good play by Cerule. Bumps it ahead now to Lira. Kings looking for an opportunity. Lira takes the shot. Good save there again by Gasson, and it'll be a corner kick restart for Omaha as Gasson knocked it over the glass and out of play. Comes through top of the arc. There's a shot that's blocked out of play, and it'll be another corner kick chance for Omaha. Taken away, though, by Colorado. Good defensive play there. The Kings get it right back at the yellow line. The top of the arc. Shot. Gasson with a good leg save. And did that one hit the net? I think it did as well. So it'll be another corner kick here for the Kings. Mentioned Flores playing in just his second or third ever game for Omaha, or second actual game. He was the winner back January 8th in that exciting game down in New Mexico. Is another chance, and that one rolled wide. 8-7 win for the Kings down in Albuquerque, with Flores going the distance in that one, facing 26 shots and getting 19 saves for a very fine save percentage of .731. That's right there with some of the top goaltenders in the top level of the major arena soccer league. And so far tonight, just a couple of goals, which is a very good showing indeed, but still better than 9 minutes to go here in the first half. 6-2 our score. The Kings with plenty on the line here tonight. I would bet that Coach Manny Viel knows that the Wings lost to the New Mexico Runners tonight, so there's a shot from the top of the arc off the mark, and so Gasson will get a quick restart here, and he'll look deep into the offensive third for Colorado. They're trying to create some opportunities here. Can't do it, though. Quick counter for the Kings. Back the other way. Nice ball on the right side here for Mejia. Mejia trying to control. Battle there, and Mejia comes out of there with it. Looking ahead for Rodriguez, but that ball never got a chance to get through, but the Kings will keep possession, and that's a smart play by Omaha. They'll get a line change completed here and try and build forward, but then they give it up. There's Jordan with the steal. Colorado will settle now and see if they can create down into the corner. And there's a ball through the box off the volley, and that one is sent halfway to Pikes Peak. So one of the better flurries that the Inferno have had here in the second quarter. Mentioned that the Kings off to a very good start despite the fact that they lost their best player, at least arguably their best player, Ali Sodal, who signed a 3-year contract with the Kansas City Comets in the offseason. And Ali played his first game last night and almost played the role of hero as another shot is well off frame. Sodal getting the Comets what looked like it could be the game-winning goal in the fourth quarter last night as we reach our mid-quarter break. Gave Kansas City a 5-4 lead, but unfortunately for the Comets, St. Louis rallied with 2 goals in the final couple of minutes, and that's how it goes in indoor soccer. And the ambush surprising the Comets last night. Comets were off to a 6-0 start, and now no longer in the ranks of the unbeaten, as Wichita and M2 is also no longer in the ranks of the unbeaten. But wanted to mention particularly for the Comets, as we take a look at some of Omaha's pressure and goals here in the second quarter, they will be hosting a very special game a week from tonight at the T-Mobile Arena in downtown Kansas City. That is not normally where they play their games. They play out in suburban Independence, Missouri, at the Cable Dahmer Arena, which seats about 6,000 fans. But the United States Soccer Federation Coaches Convention is in Kansas City next week, and so that game Saturday night will be part of the convention festivities, and they are expecting a crowd of perhaps 8, 9, 10,000 at that game. So if you don't have anything better to do next Saturday, you might tune in and see former Omaha King Ali Sodal play in front of 9 or 10,000 fans, which would be a little bit different than his experience in Omaha. Scored 20 goals last year for the Kings in 14 games and had 6 assists. Pretty much near at the top of every scoring category. 3rd in points, 3rd in goals, 3rd in power play goals last year in the league, 1st in shorthanded goals as well, which is a very nice honor. And of course, 1st in game-winning goals, which also means not only was he finding the back of the net a lot, but he was doing it at opportune times. So great to see a former Omaha King getting a shot to move up and getting a very important goal. Could have been a game winner in his first ever game for the Comets. As it turns out, though, he'll have to remember it as part of a 6-5 Kansas City loss. But hope you get a chance maybe to tune in and see the Comets. That'll be on the MASL YouTube channel next Saturday night from the T-Mobile Center. Here's a chance in front, and again, Colorado off the mark. Boy, they have had not a ton of chances here in the second quarter, but they have had some, and just not really able to get any on frame, unfortunately. So it remains a 6-2 count. Pushing forward, there's a great save as Eduardo Suarez let it fly, and Gasson got down low to just smother it at the last second. That was a much better save than it maybe it even looked. It was well struck by Suarez, and for a big guy like Casey Gasson, he goes easy a good 6 foot to get down and parallel to the turf that quickly and stop it before it got by him. That was really good by Casey Gasson right there. Omaha, though, right back on the attack. Deep into the right corner. David Rojas trying to battle to keep it alive, does. Omaha with possession still here. Looking to extend their lead. They've got the only 2 goals of the quarter so far. That one will go out of play on the far side, so it'll be a restart for the Kings just inside the Colorado yellow line. Kind of a dangerous spot here. See if the Kings have a set piece up their sleeve. If Coach Viel has an idea, they'll play it back out on top and reset the offense. Probably a little kind of too far out and a little bit of a tough angle as Sese takes it to the middle of the field. This is Mejia picking it up now. Running the Harlem Globetrotter weave, as I like to call it. Here's Sese with it, looking for space, gets it in front. There's a shot, and I think Gasson just got a piece of it. Might have also clipped the outside of the post. So Omaha with pressure again here, looking to go up 5 with 5 minutes to play in the half. Still more possession time and pressure by Omaha as Rojas gets it into the offensive third. Leaves it there for Pedro Augusto. Augusto was being watched there by Devin Guidachesi. Shot, and Gasson knocks another one out of there. There's a attempt from distance, and did that stay in play? It did, so Colorado will try and counter here. They would like to perhaps slow things down, get a little possession time themselves, and create an opportunity. 4 of them battling along the far boards there. Omaha comes out of there with it. Nice play there. There's a shot. Gasson with a good save as Augusto set himself up from about 25 feet. Good save again by Casey Gasson, who's played well here in the second quarter despite giving up a couple of goals. It is no shame in the game to give up 2 goals in a quarter in the frantic and harried pace of professional indoor soccer. Suarez will come off the bench here for the restart just outside the yellow line. Here's the shot off the wall wide. Rebound will come right to him though. And stop me if you've heard this, but more pressure by Omaha. Gasson taken down there, but he's going to be all right. Also want to thank our friends at ProMove Chiropractic and Performance, the official team chiropractor and performance partner of the Omaha Kings. Performance-focused chiropractic care with Dr. Dalton Seeley, a lifelong athlete himself, so it makes Dr. Seeley a perfect fit for treating the Kings. His philosophy is to keep you moving and teach while healing. He'll send you home with personalized video instructions, detailed notes, and all the tools you need to keep you on your road to recovery. And the best part is you can save 25%. Stay out of pain with a discount. Text the word KINGS, K-I-N-G-S, to 402-915-4901 to receive 25% off from ProMove and an appointment with Dr. Dalton Seeley. Appointments can be booked online at ProMoveChiropractic.com. Inside 4 minutes to play here now. 7-2 Omaha. We'll double check on that last play to make sure they indeed called it a goal. Sometimes, as we saw there on the second Colorado goal, it can be a little difficult to tell if it actually finds the back of the net sometimes, especially with a shot off the post or crossbar. I guess it was no goal, so 6-2. Score remains 6-2 as Colorado with a counter chance here. Shot in front, and good play by Flores as he came off his line to challenge. Boy, Efren has played well. Hasn't seen nearly the work that Gasson has, but when he's been called upon has been terrific. So Omaha's lead stays at 4, 6-2 here. Chance though for Colorado to perhaps cut into that lead. It's not unlike hockey in that regard. You get a goal very early or very late in the period, and that can be a bit of a momentum changer, so we'll see if Flores can be up to the task here. Start will come from just inside the arc, but at a fairly sharp angle. And there's a shot and a goal. So Colorado indeed gets one back, and that is potentially a nice one for them to again stem that Omaha run of 6 out of the last 7 goals. Credit that one to Frankie Perez with the Platinum Dew. And so Frankie on an assist from Devin Guidachesi makes it 6-3. Here comes Omaha back the other way. And came with 2:52 to go, and there's a chance in front that just misses by Boiso. He was set up nicely. It'll be a restart here for Omaha. Again, a dangerous spot. Looks like it's Manuel Lira gonna move over to do the honors. Crossed in front, and that one is sent 3/4 of the way to Colorado Springs, where the Inferno are based. Coach John Walls watching his club trying to claw back into this one here. They did get the first goal, but then gave up 6 of the next 7. But and there's a misplay and a goal for Omaha. Boy, that's one that Casey would want back. He has played pretty well here in the second quarter, but bobbled that one, and it ends up in the back of the net. Just through the legs, and I think it'll be Boiso who will get credit for it. Just somehow found the 5-hole there, and that's a little disappointing for Colorado to give that one up after trying to swing the momentum their way. So Boiso gets his second, 2 in a row for Mario now, and give some credit to Manny Lira. He's the one that got it through the legs of Gesson, but Casey really will tell you he would very, very much like to have that one back. Not one for the Casey Gesson highlight reel. Colorado now with it in the corner with pressure inside 2 minutes to go. Now counter opportunity perhaps for the Kings, but Gasson will read that play and come out, does a nice job to intercept, but then gives it right away. But pass there from Suarez was just off the mark. Good idea by Eduardo and unselfish by Eduardo, but had the ball just a little behind his teammate there. So good opportunity missed. Just a little over a minute to play. The Kings will be content to run a little clock here. 7-3 our score. Now a turnover in the midfield area, and a foul called as one of the Kings went to the turf, so it'll be a restart here for Omaha. Omaha not the highest scoring team in the league with 42 goals. Wichita came in on action tonight. There's a shot and another goal for the Kings here late in the final minute. And that one will belong, I believe, to Suarez, and it's an 8-3 score. So who knows where they may end up tonight. They're one of the most offensive teams in the league, and that is a very, very pretty assist on the play. The little back heel at the top of the arc by Andy Rodriguez. That's a great finish by Suarez, but a better assist by Rodriguez. So Omaha, after letting the Inferno climb to within 3, gets a couple here in the final 2 minutes to lead it now by an 8-3 mark. And actually that was Bueso again, so I thought it was Suarez. Sorry about that, Mario. And that's the natural hat trick for Mario Bueso. He scored the last 3 Omaha goals. One just a minute into the quarter. Gasson going to come out and challenge there. There's a turnaround try. The dying seconds here of the quarter. One last counter perhaps for Colorado. So Bueso a minute in and then 2 in the last 2 minutes to give Omaha a very comfortable lead now at 8-3. And time will wind out on that long ball handled easily by Efrain Flores, who has played well here tonight for Omaha. They have done a nice job defensively, but Flores in particular, while he hasn't seen nearly the shots that Gasson has come up with some big saves as well. So that is only the half of it here, though, in Omaha. The more to come sign is up. We'll step aside for just a couple of minutes. We'll get some refreshments, maybe head to the popcorn stand. If you're so inclined, you can head to the Omaha Kings website. They've got some great t-shirt specials and some of their gear on sale there, and it'd be a great time to pick up some Omaha Kings gear and get all the lowdown on the Omaha Kings on their official website, and maybe some of this great Capelli gear that is outfitting the Kings for this season. So we'll be back in just a moment, actually in about 15 minutes, while we take a break for halftime. The score, the Omaha Kings 8, the Colorado Inferno 3. We'll be back in a little bit. See you then. Back here in Omaha as we just get ready and just underway here for the second quarter, or second half, I beg your pardon. And you haven't missed a thing as it's 8-3, just less than a couple of minutes in, as these two teams battle for what may be a first place or a tie for first place if Omaha can come through with a win, as Cerulli unable to convert that opportunity at the top of the box, and then Rodriguez was knocked off the ball as he tried to tee it up. You missed the good news for if you're an Omaha fan in that first half. The good news is the Wichita Wings, who are leading the Midwest, fell tonight at home to the New Mexico Runners by a 7-6 score, as Gasson makes a couple of stops as Omaha picks right up where they left off in the second quarter with lots of pressure. Now it'll be played back out to David Rojas. He gets his pocket picked by Frankie Perez, but then Rojas recovers. Perez has one of the goals here for Omaha tonight, but the Kings with a win would improve to 4-1, tie Wichita for first place, and circle February 6th on your calendar, Omaha fans, because that's when the Wings will be here in Omaha at the Off the Wall Sports Complex in what may very well be a battle for first place in the Midwest if the Kings, as we said, can kind of take care of business over the next few weeks. And Wichita the same. It will be a real showdown and a real battle, so check out all the information at the Omaha Kings official website or Facebook pages, including how to get tickets, because as you can see, it's another standing room crowd here tonight, and you can bet that they will sell out that game for Wichita when the Wings come to town on February 6th. That'll be a lot of fun, and Omaha fans will get a chance, perhaps, as we said, to see a first-place showdown. It's not the next game on the Omaha home schedule. The next game will be Sunday, January 30th, when the Amarillo Bombers will come for a visit, and they're a very good side as well. Not to sleep on Amarillo, as takedown there and no whistle, so Omaha will get a quick counter opportunity. There's a shot that's whistled wide as Gasson came out to cut down the angle. Stoppage in play as the injured Colorado player is still down. Give us a chance to tell you about some of the great Omaha Kings sponsors, like Evolution Barbershop and Barber Bo, the official barber of the Omaha Kings. Look good, feel good, keeping our players fresh on the field and off. Founded by Bo Morales, Puerto Rican native, providing the freshest cuts in Omaha. That's Evolution Barbershop and Barber Bo, the official barber of the Omaha Kings. And if you get the haircut all finished up, then you can head on over to Florio's Italian Restaurant in nearby Lincoln, Nebraska, the official food partner providing meals for both the Kings and visiting teams. Be sure to visit them for all your favorite Italian dishes. Enjoy a comfortable, relaxing atmosphere, food cooked to order with fresh ingredients, and not to mention a great selection of imported Italian wines. That's Florio's Italian Restaurant and Grill. You can take it home by conveniently ordering online at floriosne.com. That's FLORIOSNE.com. No score in the third quarter so far. That's just fine with the Kings, as they've got a 5-goal advantage. But if you know this sport, 5 goals, especially with as much time to play in the second half, is by no means an insurmountable number. And so the Kings will have to continue their good defensive play, as Efren Flores has been sharp in goal, and the Kings defense has played well in front of them. And we've got a shootout opportunity coming up here now for Omaha. So great opportunity for Cerulli, who was taken down, last man back, and so Gasson will charge off his line. Cerulli will wait for the whistle. Trying to give Omaha a 9-3 advantage. Cerulli waits. Gasson waits. Now the approach, the shot, and did it sneak inside the post? Yes, it did. Good little puck there by Cerulli, just inside the woodwork. And indeed, Omaha has taken a 9-3 lead. Gasson played it about as well as he could and almost got the foot out there to make the dramatic save, but Cerulli able to find the mark. So first power play goal of the night for Omaha. For Omaha. Colorado's actually gotten 2 of their 3 on the power play. And Cerulli with a pair now. And with 2 assists, a 4-point night for Murillo. There's another chance in front, just wide, and Rodriguez couldn't quite get there for the rebound, and then an opportunity for Penn, but he was able to not quite get it through. Counter attack now for Perez, Frankie Perez, who has a goal. Can't turn and convert there. Back to Perez now, trying to head it into the goal area, but taken away. Counter chance here now for Omaha. Here comes Omaha back the other way. Shot wide by Suarez. Penn will come in to collect the rebound, though. Penn with a shot. Gasson with a save, or did it sneak over the line? It didn't. Gasson got a good piece of it and bobbled it and had to kind of reach back and just was able to corral it before it found its way over the goal line. So it'll stay a 9-3 score here. Perez one more time looking to ignite the Colorado offense, but that ball is taken away on a nice defensive play and then given right back to Perez. Perez doesn't have much in terms of numbers, tries the little back heel, and Colorado will keep possession and try and reset the offense. They need some good things to happen here. Ball is taken away by Sese. Sese comes to the top of the arc. Deep now into the right corner. Again, a little back heel. We saw that work well for Omaha in the first. There's a shot and a rebound and a goal. Number 10 for the Kings here tonight, is you're kind of starting to get the feeling the route may be on. We'll take a look at the replay. Not a very good clearing moment there for Colorado, and I think it was Sese who had the initial shot, and then Gasson was able to make the save there, but could not corral the rebound, didn't have much defensive help, and Sese was able to put it in. So Rodriguez picks up an assist. Sese gets his first of the night, and it's 10-3 Omaha. Boy, they can just sniff first place, I think. And that the Wings have fallen, as there's a shot that just goes wide. New Mexico's, or rather Colorado's, best scoring opportunity of the half. They have not had many, as Rodriguez threads the needle out near midfield now. Knocked down, they say play on. So Sanchez, who's got a goal tonight, getting to the point that the list may be a little bit shorter for those that aren't on the score sheet for Omaha than those that are, as Gasson comes off his line to at least stop the attack momentarily, but Omaha gets it right back. Here's Cerulli, 4-point night for him so far. And we've still got most of the second half left to play. You don't really want to take your foot off the gas. Momentum can change in a big hurry in this sport. Sanchez trying to track it down in the corner, but got a little too toasty on the challenge, and David Rojas will end up being called for the foul. You can have some real moments of chaos in this game where 2-3 goals can find their way to the back of the net in a minute's time, and things can look a lot different. Nice little ball on the right side by Cerulli. Great save by Gasson. He's still in there giving his best. Comes along the near boards here. Perez trying to take it away from Leo Mejia. Mejia gets it ahead now to Lira. He'll slow things down. That's in part because Omaha wants a fresh set of legs out there, at least defensively. Now here's a chance in the zone by Mejia. Mejia sets up a man in front, and Gasson again comes up with a good stop. So that time it was Cerulli sneaking in from his defensive position to create a chance. Now another turnover by Colorado. Top of the arc shot, and Gasson's able to knock it out of there. But Omaha will keep up the pressure. The offense is clicking at peak efficiency here at the off-the-wall sports complex on a Saturday night. Turn and a fire and a goal. That's a pretty one. Great crack right there. Boy, that's just a good individual effort by Leo Mejia. And the Omaha Kings have stretched their lead now to 11-3. And for Leo, that's number 2 on the night. Actually got the Kings' very first goal of this game all the way back with less than 4 minutes gone in the first quarter. Now adds number 2. Don't know if they'll give an assist on that one, but most of the hard work and the individual 1v1 play was done nicely by Mejia. And beg your pardon, that was Tomas Rossi who got the goal, number 34. Thought it was 14, saw the 4 over there that Mejia plays, so it's Rossi that gets the goal. And a very nice individual effort by Rossi, so regardless, it's an 11-4 differential. Yeah, that's definitely Tomas on the play. So you look at the replay as Omaha is just pouring it on here now in the third quarter, 11-3. Send along our thanks to all the good folks at Catch Intelligence, the official main club sponsor of the Omaha Kings. Lead by knowing. Omaha's leading data analytics software company is Catch Intelligence. They focus on providing leading methodologies and practices in business intelligence, data analytics, data management, and data science, while serving private and public sector organizations nationwide. Partnership that you form with Catch Intelligence will consist of joint ventures on community projects with the aim of encouraging our youth to understand the power of teamwork. You can check it all out at catchintelligence.com. Catch Intelligence, lead by knowing. Restart by Perez as Colorado pretty desperate now to try and see if they can get on the score sheet. Here's Cerulli making a long run down the left side and a pretty back post feed, and there's number 12 for Omaha. Boy, nice unselfish play by Cerulli. It'll be point number 5 for him tonight. Probably could have scored that one as well. Really a 2-on-0 break, which is impossible if you're Casey Gasson, and it was a perfectly placed ball to the far post by Murillo Cerulli, who's having himself a night. Well, 3 Kings, and we still have almost a quarter and a half to go. Sese picks up his second, and that doesn't ever come any easier than that for Sese. Another turnover at the midfield area. Omaha trying to press forward here. Don't want to see things get chippy. Don't expect that they will, but when you get a lopsided result like we're seeing here tonight, that can happen, and you never want to see things degenerate that way. And as we said, so far so good that has not been the case, but Omaha going to put the pressure on again, and now there's a good defensive play. Trying to check on a final tonight in Brownsville. We know the RGV Barracuda is the very last team to make their debut in Major Arena Soccer League 2 play. We're leading in that one. Actually, the last update we had was 7-4, but that was still fairly early in the fourth, so we'll endeavor to get a final on that one for you, and believe that maybe RGV hung on, but you never know. This is a crazy game as we have a collision on the far side, and don't know if we've got blue cards coming out or not, but we've got a couple of players down, which is always a little scary. Very physical brand of play throughout the M2 landscape. True of indoor soccer at just about any level. Confined space and lots of speed, and some good-sized bodies out there can lead to some potentially dangerous collisions, and we hope everyone is going to be okay here. One of the Kings players is still down. Yeah, RGV did pull away late in that game. I don't know if we have a final, but report now that they actually stretched their lead to 11-4 late in that one. So RGV will come out with a win and start their season. They're going to be tough. That is a team to watch. They've got some veteran players down there. The Barracudas have been a long-time staple in the indoor game, so congratulations to RGV winning tonight. Cleveland Crunch winning as well in their home opener, the defending M2 champions, as we look at some of the second half highlights here, including that last goal by Say, that, as we said, doesn't come much easier than that. Looks like everyone is up and heading to the respective benches under their own power, which is very good news. As we said, the last thing you really want to see in any game, but certainly one that's gotten a little lopsided, is for someone to get an unfortunate injury. So it'll be a restart for Omaha just at about the Colorado yellow line. Still about 4 minutes to go in the quarter. There's a shot. Header just goes wide. Rebound and a goal. And they're just coming fast and furious now for Omaha. Just not much that Colorado is able to do to stem the tide defensively. Poor Casey Gasson gonna maybe wish that he was back in New Mexico this fine Saturday evening. Double-digit lead now for the Kings, and still a chunk of the third quarter and a lot of the fourth to play. for Morgan Penn. That's his first of the night, and as we mentioned much earlier, didn't know that Morgan was even going to be able to dress for the game, but toughing it out and rewarded with a goal. Coming with just over 4 minutes to play in the third, so 13-3 Omaha. We mentioned the Kings and their offensive prowess. They came in tonight among the league leaders in goals scored. The actual leader coming into action tonight was New Mexico, but they had played 2 more games than Omaha. New Mexico with 55 goals in 6 games. Omaha with 42 goals in just 4 games, so they're averaging just under 10 a game, about 9.5 a game, and they have easily eclipsed that, did so a while back here in the third quarter. But they tend to give up goals as well. They had a goal differential coming into tonight of just +6, giving up 32, which is kind of the way I like my indoor soccer. I'll give up 1 to score 2, and Omaha has done that this season, but not tonight. They've scored plenty and defensively gotten a good effort from Flores, and overall the defense of the Kings. As here's another opportunity and a trip, and that's got to be a blue card, I would think. They don't even call a foul on the play. That's remarkable. All right. Well, they do tend to let them play in M2, and I generally like that, but that certainly looked like it could have been at least a foul. So the Kings now with 55 goals on the season. The other high-flying teams, Wichita, with 54 goals now in their 6 starts, or 5 starts rather. They dropped to 4-1 tonight. And let me correct myself again, 48 goals on the season in 5 games. So Omaha, they will tie Wichita in the win column, and they will be ahead of them in the goal scoring column overall. This will be 2 in a row for the Wings, or for the Kings rather. Only 1 undefeated team left now in all of, well, 2, take that back, because the Crunch won their second tonight, and the Inferno finally back on the board with the goal. So that'll snap a long string of Omaha scores and make it 13-4. San Diego is 3-0. They'll renew their rivalry with the Ontario Fury tomorrow night out on the West Coast. And the Crunch just 2-0. They will have their next game at home January 22nd against the BC Swerve. New Mexico will be in action that night as well, home against the aforementioned RGV Barracudas. Shot in another Omaha goal. They just keep coming and coming and coming. It was Say that started that offensive attack. And the hits just keep on coming here at Off the Wall. (14-4) our score for Rodriguez. That is his second goal of the night and 3rd point. Gonna have to get the abacus out here pretty quickly to keep track of all these stats. But Omaha loves to press the attack offensively. Here's another opportunity, but Gasson comes off his line to snuff that one out as we work towards the final 90 seconds of the 3rd quarter. Player taken down, chance in front. Gasson with a big save, header, rebound, and a goal. And I think that might have been Suarez. We'll double check, but it's going to be the 15th Kings goal of the night. My goodness. I think that was Mejia, actually, that was there. Unless it was Rossi again. Get the 14 and 34 mixed up a little bit. And I have to go back and look what the double check for record for goals this season so far. Indeed, that was Mejia. So when we start the fourth quarter, we'll recap the team totals for Omaha and make sure we acknowledge everyone that is on the score sheet, which is just about everyone who's dressed here tonight. Yeah, the high water mark for goals so far this year came from the Amarillo Bombers against the New Mexico Runners in that wild 18-14 shootout in Amarillo back on January 2nd. And this is not the first time that Colorado has been kind of run out of the building. They lost to Wichita back on January 8th, 16-5, and the kind of goofy thing about that is they came back the next day in Hartman Arena and almost pulled the upset over Wichita, fell by just 8-7 in an extremely competitive game. Into the zone is Lira, but he finally loses it. So we know Colorado can represent and be better than they are tonight. Just an unfortunate onslaught, if you will, for Omaha. If you're a Kings fan, you're smiling, and if you're a Colorado fan, well, better days will be ahead, I'm certain for that, but just not their night here in the nation's heartland. That'll be it for the third quarter, and Omaha in control by a 15-4 count. For Inferno fans, you'll get a chance to head to the soccer house, great facility in which to watch indoor soccer. They've got a great viewing area with food and drinks high above the field. Highly recommend if you get a chance to go out and enjoy some Colorado Inferno soccer. They will be back at home, as we said, on January 23rd against the RGV Barracudas. That's a 3 o'clock Mountain Time start. And then they will stay at home and see if they can come up with a good performance against the Wichita Wings. That's a Saturday night special at the Soccer House on Saturday the 29th at 7 o'clock. And then they're back on the road for a couple before a nice little homestand, a couple of Saturday dates in February and one in March against New Mexico, Amarillo, and New Mexico. These two teams, Omaha and Colorado, will tangle again here in Nebraska on March 25th, and then both will turn around and head back to the Rocky Mountain State for a rematch, and that will be the season finale for the Kings on Saturday, March 26th. So 15-4 is where we stand here at the moment as we get ready to kick things off at the off-the-wall soccer complex and see just how big Omaha can get here in the fourth. As promised, let's give you that Omaha scoring recap, at least in terms of overall for the game, because otherwise we'd be here until Tuesday to give you all the individual goals. But so far a hat trick by Mario Boiso, and as we mentioned, that was a natural hat trick way back when this was actually a 6-3 game. Colorado had pulled to within 6-3. Boiso had scored that sixth goal, and then maybe kind of in retrospect, looking back at it, kind of a couple of back-breaking goals by Mario. They both came in the very late in the second quarter. In fact, the last one with just 28 seconds to go. And that made it a 6-3 game into an 8-3 game in intermission. As Gasson again makes a good save. He has not played poorly here tonight. He's just been peppered with shots right from the start. So Boyso, the only one with a hat trick so far, but 4 players for Omaha with 2 goals each, and there's another one. And I think that's Seisei again, and that's going to be his 3rd of the night. So Omaha's got 2 players now with hat tricks. As Seisei buries one to the far post. Great strike by Seisei. So his 3rd of the game. The other goal scorers with multiple goals here this evening: Murillo Cerulli with a pair, Andy Rodriguez with a pair, Leo Mejia with a pair, single goals by Manny Lira, Tomas Rossi and Morgan Penn, and Christian Sanchez. So that is all the goal scorers. Total points: Cerulli, who came in as the M2 point leader with 13 on the season, has 3 assists to go along with his 2 goals, and now has 18 points on the season, 5 points here tonight. Rodriguez has 2 assists to go with his 2 goals, so a 4-point night for Andy. Boyso with his 3 goals, and then Lira also has an assist, so a 2-point night for Lira, 2-point night for Mejia. Seisei with the hat trick now, so a 3-point night for him, and Rossi with an assist to go along with his goal, so he's got a 2-point night. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different Omaha players with multiple point nights. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players with multiple goal games, 2 with a hat trick, Boyso and Seisei. That one skied out of play. Corner kick restart here for Omaha, looking to set a high water mark for goals in a game this season in M2 play. There's a scissor kick. If you're going to get one at this point, you might as well make it memorable, because when 16 are on the board, hard to keep them all straight. But Kings fans will certainly head into the good night in Omaha with smiles on their faces this evening. Here comes a 2-on-1 again for Omaha. There's a chance, top of the arc, deflected and in. And that is Mejia. And for Leo, that's his 3rd of the game. So Leo Mejia gets number 3, number 17 on the night for Omaha. And they are just a goal away from tying the record for most goals in a game this season in M2 play with 18. Send a shout out to Advantage Goalkeeping, the official goalie glove partner of the Omaha Kings, producers of professional match quality gloves, a family business owned and operated by Mike and Jimmy Poedna, who also happen to be natives of Omaha. Mike and Jimmy are passionate about goalkeeping and have created professional quality gloves you can trust at an affordable price. You can order gloves at AdvantageGK.com. AdvantageGK, I beg your pardon, .com. And Casey Gasson might need a couple new pairs after tonight. He is just about worn out the ones he brought with him to Nebraska this evening, as it has not been kind for Casey. Minelli Mechanical is the official jersey sleeve sponsor of the Omaha Kings, Omaha's leading mechanical contractors, full-service mechanical contracting firm specializing in the commercial design, construction, and maintenance of some of Nebraska's and Iowa's finest buildings. You can get more information at ManelliMechanical.com. They all make Omaha Kings soccer possible. We thank them for that, as do Natalie and Emmanuel Viel, who put their heart and soul into the Kings and do a great job. As what the heck, Efren Flores makes another good save. Colorado hasn't had that many good opportunities, but Flores has had some good saves here tonight, not to overlook his performance, which is rather easy to do when your teammates have poured it on with 17. So kind of makes for an easy night if you're Efren Flores, but he'll take it. Easy night for the scorekeeper as well, and we appreciate his efforts for keeping us on the up and up and the straight and narrow, to give credit where credit is due here on all these scores. Omaha will come out of that scrum with it and try and push forward yet again, but broken up. Nice defensive play by Guida Chessie there, trying to hit one of his forwards in the Omaha zone. Turnover for the Kings, and then a tumble taken, no whistle on the play. Colorado will counter. Perez coming in to try and collect the loose ball, has it, takes the shot, fires that one wide. Colorado has also missed the goal on several of their good opportunities, and that never helps. Not that the outcome would have been much different here tonight, but perhaps a little more competitive and a little closer. And now I think the blue card has come out, and Colorado, who has had some success on the power play, will get indeed a man advantage here in the fourth quarter. It's Say that's heading to the box here. He's heading off the floor, although a couple of the other Omaha players are heading to the bench as well. If you're looking for some more exciting professional indoor action, the Major Arena Soccer League will have every single team in action tomorrow. It looks like this actually will end up being a shootout or a penalty kick here for Perez, and he buries it in the bottom of the net. So Colorado indeed does convert officially a power play goal, and officially their third power play marker of the night. They've had some success with the man advantage. Of course, the penalty kicks much more often than not converted, and Colorado able to get on the board there. Is Francisco Rivas actually is the man who took it, and he gets his second of the game, so he opened the scoring. As we said, kind of hard to believe that Colorado actually had a lead in this game as we look at the Omaha onslaught here in the second half. And it was a 6-3 game, as we mentioned, late in the second, before Boiso got the second and third goals of his natural hat trick, and that really just kind of set Omaha in motion. They just picked up right where they left off and have dominated here in the second half. That was Sese, by the way, that was sent off on the blue card for tripping. So Rivas does make the Kings pay for that. I'm going to send a shout out as well to Dr. Dalton Seeley, who is based at ProMove Chiropractic and Performance, the official team chiropractor and performance partner of the Kings. Dr. Seeley, a lifelong athlete, making him the perfect fit to treat the Kings. His philosophy is to keep you moving and teach while healing. He'll send you home with personalized video instructions, detailed notes, and all the tools you'll need to keep you on your road to recovery. Stay out of pain with a discount to boot. For Kings fans, just text the word Kings to 402-915-4901. That's 402-915-4901, and receive 25% off your next Pro Move appointment. And if you've forgotten that number already, you can just pick it up online at ProMoveChiropractic.com. That's ProMoveChiropractic.com. Thanks to Dr. Dalton for all his great work, and it must be some of his handiwork on display because Omaha has banged in 17 goals here tonight. Biggest offensive output of the season for Omaha. Serving notice that they are going to be a definite factor in not only the Midwest Division, it would appear, but perhaps in M2 overall. The Kings and Wings will be tied for first in the Midwest when we hit the final horn here. I was just looking back last year to see what Omaha's biggest output was, and I think it was actually an 11-9 win over... Nope, check that. They had 12 in a game against Chicago last year. That was a 12-9 win here at Off the Wall. But they have cranked up the offensive machine here, not only tonight, but pretty much all season. We said coming into the game with 42 goals. In their first 4 games. So their goals per game average is going to go well into double digits now with this performance. A team record for goals. Everyone after the 12th was adding to the record book now for Omaha. Four in the first, 4 in the second, 7 in the third that really put this game out of reach, and now 2 here midway through the fourth. There's a little contact in the far corner. Again, the officials say play on. Shot towards goal, and that one goes wide. It'll stay in play for the Inferno, though. Colorado has actually scored in every quarter, but just 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and 1 so far here in the fourth after fairly competitive and close first 15 minutes. It was a 4-2 game after 1, but we said, those 2 goals by Boiso right at the end of the second quarter really seemed to kind of turn the tide, and it's been all Omaha since. Not that the Kings didn't really dominate play earlier than that, but between the play of Casey Gasson and a couple of shots that just went off mark, Colorado was able to keep it close for a while, but not when you give up 7 in the third quarter. And that was, they actually went on a string of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 straight goals if you count the last one that Mario scored with 28 seconds to go in the second quarter. Colorado maybe look for a little respect here late. Dominguez will get a restart here near the center line. Looks like they've gone to a 6th attacker here. Not that it's going to matter a great deal, but always a good opportunity to practice that when it can matter more. And for Omaha, actually good practice to defend against that as well, in not a big pressure situation. But we should see Colorado with, well, I was going to say should see Colorado with a lot of the possession here over the final 4+ minutes, but Omaha with pressure of their own. Rodriguez will collect in the corner. Now taken away, and here's a 2-on-1 the other way. Perez for Colorado. Nice ball across the box. Shot and a goal. That's a pretty one by the Inferno right there. So Colorado going to show a little spunk here in the fourth quarter. Nicely executed pass from Perez. That was really well done. Just not enough of those over the run of play here tonight. And right back the other way comes Omaha. There's a miss. Lira with the rebound. Can't convert. And that shot is off the mark, but it'll stay in play. And there's a shot and a goal from the near post. Or from the near boards, rather, to the far post. So Omaha gets number 18, and that once again is Leo Mejia. He's had a good night. Of course, if you haven't had probably multiple points in this game for Omaha, then you're buying the first round. Because there have been 24 goals scored, 18 have belonged to Omaha, and if they manage one more here in the final 3.5 minutes, they will set the mark for most goals this season by an M2 team, and the Kings continue to set a team record for most goals ever in a game. That last 6th attacker goal for Colorado came by Jorge Velasquez, by the way. I said, want to give credit where credit is due. It's very difficult to see these Colorado numbers. They are white numbers on white jerseys outlined in a rather thin black line, at least thin for these old announcers' eyes. So apologize that we haven't been able to do a little better job giving you some of the Colorado play as it's unfolded, but most of the play and most of the goals have belonged to Omaha, and Mejia now has 4 on the night, so he is outpacing his teammates Sese and Mario Boiso by a goal each. In fact, Sese and Boiso have 3 goals each, no assists. Mejia with 4 goals and no assists, so they've accounted for 13 of Omaha's 18 goals here tonight. Rather, yeah. Boiso, Sese, and Mejia 10 of the 18 goals, beg your pardon. Not only have the eyes going, the math skills are as well, apparently. 2:41 to go. Still Murillo Cerulli, the man that has his name at the top of the score sheet with 2 goals and 3 assists, a 5-point night for Murillo, who now with 18 points continues to lead M2 in total points and assists. And Omaha and the Wichita Wings will be in a dead heat atop the Midwest after this one. Wichita, by the way, as we mentioned, losing to New Mexico tonight 7-6. They will play at Colorado in their next start on the 29th of January. So they will take a weekend off and lick some wounds and then head out to the Soccer House in Colorado Springs to take on these same Inferno that only lost to Wichita 8-7 a couple of weeks ago. So as we said, we know this Colorado team can be better, and most likely will be at home. They would have hopefully a full complement of players available, although they've had their stars, Francisco Rivas and others with them tonight. Just too much Omaha offense. There's a shot and a save. Omaha now with an even 60 goals on the game, and this their 5th game. I can do that math and tell you it's 12 goals a game average now for Omaha, and another blue card has come out here. So that is the one real bright spot for Colorado tonight, has been their power play, and they will get one here in the final minute. But a big night for the Omaha Kings and their fans, as win number 4 is just moments away. Got a chance to see another M2 player yesterday score his first MASL goal, and Bruno Oliveria, who played with the Muskegon Risers last year. Here's a chance for goal number 19, and there it is. And that'll be a shorthanded effort, which is kind of the hat trick of goals here for Omaha tonight. Power play, regular strength, and now shorthanded. And number 19 means they have the most goals of any M2 team so far in this young season, eclipsing the 18 that Amarillo had against New Mexico a few weeks back. So not much suspense in this one here tonight. It was 6-3 at one point, and since then Omaha has gone on a 13-3 goal scoring spree, and that is more than enough to send them out winners here in front of the home crowd. It was Jeff Semele who got that 6th attacker goal, or versus a 6th attacker on the floor. Actually may not have been shorthanded. I think that card that we saw pulled might have been a yellow card, not a blue, so it doesn't go down actually as a shorthanded goal. And there's a late one for Colorado, at least a late chance, but that was up over the boards and out of play. Long throw downfield, which you're able to do in this sport, but time has expired, and that will do it for the game here tonight in Omaha. Not much suspense, as we said, but a happy result for the home side, and most significantly, now in a first-place tie with the vaunted Wichita Wings for supremacy in the M2 Midwest Division. The Wings falling earlier this evening to New Mexico, so Omaha improves to 4-1 on the season, and Colorado will fall to 0-3. Again, big night for Leo Mejia, with 4 goals on the game. Murillo Cerulli with 5 points overall, 2 goals and 3 assists. Those are the 2 names at the top of the stat sheet for Omaha. There were many others. Sese with a hat trick and Mario Bueso with a hat trick among the notables, and also Sese with a 4-point game and Andy Rodriguez with a 4-point game with 2 goals and 2 assists. So that'll do it from the Off the Wall Soccer Complex here in Omaha, Nebraska. We thank you for joining us for Omaha Kings Soccer. We'll see you back here in a couple weeks on the 30th. The final score, once again, the Omaha Kings 19, the Colorado Inferno 6. Until next time, have a great weekend, everybody, and good night.